Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to another edition of the Monday Morning Grit.
We're glad to have you.
We're back. We're punctual to this week.
Yeah.
We're getting it out Monday morning just like we promised we will, even though we don't always fulfill our promise.
It's not really a promise. It's
a goal.
It's a goal. Yeah. We don't always meet our goals.
That's all right. We're doing just fine today.
We
just got back from the 6th Ave Art Festival.
Yeah, the art on the Ave.
Art on the Ave, as they call it. A little less art than I was expecting, to be honest, although I suppose any craft is really an art.
That's sort of the opinion I have of it, too.
Now I'm thinking back, and there was that guy in front of the hippie house who had his own 3D printed materials. And he had this donut kind of thing that had like spikes on it.
Oh, yeah?
It seemed like a very useful massage tool.
Oh, I'll bet.
I'm kind of regretting not getting it as I'm thinking back.
So,
but maybe I'll run into him again.
He had the boomerangs too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it looked like they were mostly one-way boomerangs.
Yeah, which isn't really a boomerang.
No, that's
opinion.
actually the traditional boomerangs are one-way.
Really?
Yeah, the Aboriginal, when they would hunt kangaroos with boomerangs.
Huh.
They're originally hunting devices.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it was just like a novel way to throw a boomerang became to have it come back to you.
Okay.
And the boomerang, that really captured the hearts and minds of the people. So I think we should address the beverage we just cracked open because this is lovely.
Yeah, it's the Stiegel Radler.
Radler, I
yeah,
love it.
From Salzburg, Austria.
It's a malt beverage, grapefruit flavored. What's the percentage on this thing?
2.5.
2.5.
You
no
can
wonder.
drink them all day,
no wonder
brother.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big under 3 kind of guy.
When you were talking about the lemon bintang,
Oh yeah.
I was like, he's gonna love this.
Yes, totally. Oh yeah.
Yeah, great for a summer. The Stiegel grapefruit Radler. Pick it up at a store near you.
Yeah, I could do a 6-pack of these, no problem.
It's not necessarily a Tacoma thing, but it is warm in Tacoma.
It has been warm lately. It hasn't been hot, but it's been unseasonably warm. As Warren was telling me earlier today. A lot of 80s.
It's been Radler weather.
Yeah, well, I wish I had gotten to him sooner.
Oh yeah,
Might have been a Radler week.
For
Maybe
sure.
it will continue to be.
But yeah, now there was music and crafts.
There was enough music that they were kind of running into each other.
Yeah, I think
some of the music was very on top of one another, and that's fine. Better that than the other way around.
I think so too.
There was a stage where people were dancing and doing a fashion show.
They had bars.
All the bars were open. All the thrift shops up and down the store. I actually ended up buying more stuff from the thrift shops that just happened to be there than any of the booths.
Yeah.
I got myself a jet ski or a life vest for my Sea-Doo.
Yeah.
And I got a straw hat that's more reasonable than the 2 straw hats that I already own.
Oh, I would agree. Certainly.
It's by far the most reasonable straw hat that I own of the 3.
Reasonable straw hat, very unreasonable life vest.
I don't know. We'll see what kind of flotation capacity it has. It said it was stage 3 certified.
The collar on that thing is going to slow you down so much.
No, the collar's going to save the back of my neck from a severe sunburn.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, I always forget the back of my neck.
I always forget the back of my legs.
Oh, and when you're on the water, you get that double sun.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out. Reflects off the water.
Gets you everywhere. Yeah, worst.
And we stopped by the garage sale on our way.
Oh yeah,
the
garage
sales,
sale.
Or was it the yard sale?
It was the yard sale.
And I got this gold silk cheetah, or I don't know if you'd call it cheetah print. It's not really a print.
No.
But it's like a two-tone gold speckled shirt.
It's quite nice.
Feels very nice in the heat. Goes with my my straw hat.
Yeah, the thing about like that 6th Ave is great, right? There's a bunch of stores and stuff, but when it's shut down and you can just wander around any which way you feel like, I feel like I'm way more inclined to just browse.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Well, I wish there was a little bit more shade.
Yeah.
But, or if I was one of those stores, I would have been pumping the AC to just draw people in.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But, there's something about being able to walk in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Very comforting. It's
absolutely.
They got one of those up in Vancouver,
Oh yeah.
Robinson Street or something like that, where it's a big portion of it's blocked off just for pedestrians.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's like what was it? 2020 when the chop happened up in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
That was actually, I thought that was quite nice. A few blocks of Seattle are closed to through traffic.
Yeah.
You just chill in the street.
It's like our own Bourbon Street.
Yeah, exactly. Except
But-
it's not as humid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't want that humidity.
It's not my favorite.
But yeah, it's on the avenue. It's free to get in, which I feel like every street fair should be.
Oh yeah, and very heavily attended.
Very
So it was
heavily.
from noon to 5. We were there for probably a good hour.
Yeah, hour
and
and a half.
I mean, we were there probably 8,000 people that
Yeah,
I saw.
at least. Yeah, and there's probably easily like 50, 60 booths, maybe even more.
Oh yeah, both
Um,
sides of the street, all the way up and down, from Cedar to past the Taco Town.
Trafton.
Trafton.
Yeah, Trafton. For a lot of those like local artists, it seems like some of them sell much better than others,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
wondering like. It must be a pain in the butt when you have to take back like almost all the
Ooh, all
inventory
that
you
merch.
brought. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, that's got to be disheartening.
Most of it was like T-shirts,
Yeah,
shirts. But probably the most like impressive craft I saw was this leather work the
Oh,
guy was
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
and he
yeah.
had the arm, the like
Arm braces.
arm braces,
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that
They
that
were
was pretty cool.
incredibly comfortable.
Oh, I'll bet.
I was blown away how nice they. Like I was like, this actually feels nice.
Leather's a hell of a material. You know, the Army only lets you wear genuine leather boots.
No knockoffs.
Nope, you can't wear
Interesting.
faux leather.
I kind of like that stance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's very comfortable when done correctly.
It's durable. It's breathable. It's flame resistant.
It's lightweight.
Lightweight.
Yep.
It's fantastic, and it stretches.
And it's brown, typically.
Typically, yeah,
One of my
which
favorite colors.
great color for the Army too. A lot of things
yeah.
in nature are brown.
Oh, definitely. But I was wearing this. I came in wearing a John Wall Kentucky jersey,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I left wearing a jet ski or a life jacket on top of it, and a straw hat, and my blue sunglasses. And I'd say I was not in the top 50 most preposterously dressed people in the.
No,
Not even like really a competition.
not even close. I believe we saw a gentleman on stilts.
Gentlemen on stilts, definitely.
Somebody attached two bicycles to each other and made them sit really high.
Yeah,
Did you see
side
those?
by side.
Yeah,
It was interesting.
It's-
Bicycle built for two.
it's basically a carriage that you pedal.
Yes, because it was very stable. it seemed.
I think so.
Well, or at least it could stand on its own.
I wonder if you have to both pedal at like the same pace. Or if it
if they have
screws up.
distinct chains.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Well, maybe we'll see them again. If
Yeah.
they probably can't hide that, or
Well-
they take it out to every fair.
We'll have him on the
Yeah, well, there'll be special guests.
special guest. Yeah.
The guy who was making the leather, he had these like red round sunglasses, but then he also had like a leather long sleeve short cropped shirt
Oh, yeah,
type
yeah,
thing
yeah, I
that
remember
showed
that.
a lot of his belly.
Yeah.
I imagine he made it for himself, but I was like, you'd think you'd make something that would fit better,
Yeah. Well, you know.
or like it seemed like it had another piece to it to
yeah.
complete the outfit. But
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of preposterously dressed people.
guy with some crazy mustaches.
I feel like it's always at street fairs. Do you think people just are like, you know, there's some people that like dress a certain way for like music festivals and stuff. Do you think there's like a group of people like that, but it's just for street fairs where people are peddling art?
Oh, definitely. Because I saw some people who were definitely dressed in a way that was like, well, you're either going to an EDM festival
Yeah.
or your girlfriend's making you go to a street fair.
But it's I think it's a good event.
Yeah, family affair.
Yeah.
There weren't very many dogs, which I was impressed by.
Yeah.
And I noticed, I think it's because it's, like, you think of, like, a liberal town as being very dog-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so dog-friendly that you would get scolded if your dog was walking on the hot asphalt.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Without boots, you'd have to go down to Mud Bay or one of those really
Exactly.
pricey pet like accessory stores, and then go buy your dog a pair, well, 2 pairs of boots, a set
Yeah,
of boots.
exactly. And it's
You
2
gotta
pair.
yeah.
I need 2 per.
You think the leather guy
One to rock and one to stock.
would make boots for dogs?
Oh, for sure. He'd probably love it.
You know they make boots for cats. I couldn't imagine
Kitten mittens?
I couldn't imagine a thing a cat would like less,
Mm. Yeah, it'd be like a straight jacket for a cat.
except for maybe a bucket of ice water.
I think a cat would actually prefer boots to or a straight jacket to boots.
Mm.
And at least it holds it tight.
I think they like to be held tight. That's why they like boxes.
Yes, they like being restrained in that kind of way.
Yeah.
But just on your feet, that'd be obnoxious.
I think it gives them a feeling of protection,
Mm.
shelter,
There we go.
you know. But
So, does he have anything more on the street fair? Or should
no, not really. I guess I I didn't even know it was happening, and then I was
Isn't that
driving
nice?
over. I was driving over to your place, and it was like, oh, 6th Avenue's closed, and there's a ton of people out, and I was like,
Very interesting.
they're having a fair.
It's a family affair.
It is a family affair, and yeah.
Speaking of it's a family affair, actually, I think that's Sly and the Family Stone, isn't it?
What is?
That song, It's a Family Affair. But I was thinking it might have been Casey and the Sunshine Band,
Ooh.
because I've been thinking about Casey and the Sunshine Band this weekend, because Casey, I forget her last name, Schwarninen or something like that, was at the 6th and Proctor Comedy Club
Okay.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. She was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
She killed so hard. Like, laughs you could hear through the door every 15 seconds for her whole set.
That's excellent.
She was so good. I guess she just got hired as a writer for Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's a pretty good gig.
Yeah. And, yeah, oh my goodness, she was so funny.
That was at 6 and Proctor.
6 and Proctor, yeah.
Saturday night,
Saturday night? Well, she was there Friday and Saturday.
Friday,
2
and
shows Saturday.
Ooh, did
Yep.
she do a Thursday show too? Oh wait, no,
No, just the-
because we had the open
We
mic.
were the
we were
Thursday
the
show.
Thursday
Exactly.
show. Which, yeah, great spot. If you haven't been there yet, check it out.
I told 3 very mediocre jokes.
It's okay.
Yeah, so
It's
it goes.
it's sort of in the spirit of the event.
Yeah, but I followed Stephen Ryan, who murdered.
Oh, he fucking
Nobody had a really strong set that night except for Steven.
he crushed it, dude.
Oh, he was so funny.
He
He's really
crushed
been
it.
taking it to another level.
I really thought I was like, this character is gonna last 30 seconds.
Mm.
No, he pretty much stayed in character the whole set, and they loved it.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody loved it.
You're just the guy who's always grinding, trying to figure something out, trying to make some money. He's just like, that was perfect.
2 hats, man.
He was wearing 2 hats.
2 hats.
I gotta say, a silly hat. I say it almost every week. Silly hat. It's about as funny as it gets.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Saw a
think
guy
so.
wearing a duck hat the other day.
duck hat?
Yesterday at the club. Yeah, he had a hat. The brim was a duck bill, and it was yellow and orange.
That's excellent.
He teased me as if he was going to tip me the hat,
Ooh,
but did not occur.
ooh, yeah. Big weekend. I don't know if our viewers went to any of the big events. I mean, outside of Art on the Avenue,
Mhm.
Capitol Hill Block Party was
Oh
happening.
yeah,
in
I
Seattle.
thought about going.
I thought about it too, and I was like, I'm trying to save money.
But actually this year it's like the cheapest it's been in a long time because some new company took it over. I
Yeah,
think it was like $65 a day,
yeah.
which is very reasonable. And then also almost all the acts are local acts.
Mm-hmm.
Very few like bigger name acts,
Yeah.
which actually made me a little less likely to go, just because I like seeing the big acts on a
Me
local
too.
stage.
Me too.
But yeah, it's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've been to a CHBP.
Yeah. You ever been to Day In Day Out?
No, I haven't.
That's
I
a good
saw
one.
the lineup last year was really nice, but I was busy that weekend.
I guess all the cool kids call it Dido.
Dido, I like that. Like
Then
the band.
it's Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift
Lumen
weekend.
Field
And then a bunch of Mariners games too. I went to the
Yeah.
I went to the Mariners game
against the
on
Blue Jays.
against the Twins
The Twins
on Wednesday.
Okay, how was that?
A lot of home runs, We ended up. It was like 3-3, and then we ended up losing. There was this pitcher we had a pitcher go up. It was his major league debut.
Ooh.
Second batter hit a home run on him. It basically lost us the game.
Was he?
Major league debut.
Did they farm him from the Tacoma Rainiers?
You know, I was impressed how many people were farmed from the Rainiers.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's probably more than half the squad.
Got a hell of a farm team.
Yeah, we really do. Some of them were also stopped over in Everett. But, yeah, I'd say because I got a pack of baseball cards upon entry. Not a complete pack, but I got 2 of them, which almost completed the 9-man rotation.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think 4 of them have come from the Rainiers.
Excellent.
So, pretty impressive and nice. It was a nice sunny day, just enough in the shade where the sun came down about a half an hour into the game. So,
oh yeah,
you got a little bit of sun, you got a little bit of shade.
Yeah, same thing at Sounders games, man. Like the where I sit, right about when the game's starting is when the sun pretty much goes down.
Perfect.
So it's like it's still warm, but you don't have to worry about getting sunburnt or anything like that.
Exactly. You don't have to wear your sunglasses.
Yeah,
too much.
exactly. No, it's great, but yeah, no, I mean big weekend. What Taste of Seattle? That was like another thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that had music too.
I mean, big time. I mean, this isn't even to mention that on Tuesday was my birthday and I went to Wild Waves.
That's right.
Big Wild Waves adventure. I'm still wearing the season pass. I got the season pass.
Yeah.
Day pass was, I want to say $60. Season pass, $75.
Really?
So you kind of got to do the season pass.
I guess that's how they sell it.
That's how they get you.
Gosh.
The season pass is good till September 31st. So if anyone's out there looking to go to Wild Waves,
And that bracelet is your season pass?
mm-hmm.
What?
It's got a little chip in it that they scan, and it shows your photo.
I don't think you're supposed to wear it all the time, though.
It's very durable.
Very durable.
Because
Well,
you're
I would
supposed
hope
to be able
so.
to wear it in the park.
In the park,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's water resistant. It's very nice. Here, actually, I'll let you try it on.
Oh, okay.
It's a very reasonable wristband.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah, it's got a good amount of flexibility to it. It's
Yeah.
loose on the wrist.
Yeah, very loose.
It says Wild Waves on it.
Yeah, no irritation, no nothing. It's
Mhm.
very comfortable.
Yeah, you can get it wet. It dries quick.
This was well thought out.
Yeah, it's got good seams and edges to it.
Nice work, Wild Waves.
Yeah, so because my Livestrong bracelet broke earlier this week, so I had to get a new. I like having something on the wrist, and so the Livestrong, it didn't live as strong as I was wanting it to.
When I was a dispatcher, I had a truck break down near Wild Waves, and I was like telling somebody like where it is to go help him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Where?" I was like, "It's by Wild Waves." And they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, what's Wild Waves? Everybody knows what Wild
you drive
Waves
by
is.
it every day.
The giant ass fucking water park on the side of I-5. You never thought like, gee, I wonder what all those colorful tubes are that
Exactly.
snake around."
What's that big yellow roller coaster doing here?
Yeah, like
I went on that yellow roller coaster. You know, it's got the flip and the double helix.
oh yeah.
My stomach was not ready for it. It took a long time for my stomach to settle after that, baby.
Oh, I'll bet. But did you at least enjoy the ride?
I did. I enjoyed the ride in the moment.
Yeah.
It was just the after effect. My
Afterwards.
stomach didn't know what to go up or down.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was happy birthday.
Because insider tip, if you want you want to go on the roller coasters, and the summer is the perfect time because everybody's at the water part of the park.
Yep.
So we went on a whole bunch of roller coasters.
I remember I went to an amusement park called King's Dominion in Virginia,
Okay.
and it was like 104 degrees that day and like 100% humidity. So no one wanted to go to the actual park. You could ride a roller coaster, get off the roller coaster, and then run back around in line and catch the next coaster.
Wow.
Like basically ride it unlimited.
That's pretty sick. Did
Yeah.
you do it?
Oh yeah, I did. I rode the same roller coaster 6 times, and you know what? It was just as exciting every
Yeah,
time.
it gets you. It's like watching Jackass. You know,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how many times you see it, you still cringe when Steve-O puts the fish hook through his cheek.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Roller coaster. It's gonna make your body do the ups and the downs.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind will follow.
Yep. But yeah, happy birthday.
Well, thanks. I think we talked about it last week that I got the jet ski.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't taken it out. I think I'm taking it out tomorrow though. I finally got all the parts, and I should be able to put it into the truck bed today. So.
Oh, nice.
That's the last mission for the day.
Yeah.
I got called off work, so I got plenty of time to do all my missions.
I had dinner at the Tacoma Yacht Club.
Ooh, fancy man.
Very nice club.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that building is just. You haven't been to it, have you?
No, I only seen it from the outside.
It's over by Point Ruston. It's gorgeous.
Oh,
it's gorgeous.
right on the water.
Yeah, they got this cool
If
map.
you're not a yacht club on the water, what are you doing?
They got this cool map up on the wall, and it shows you where the sun is in like relation to, it has like the world, and then it shows you like where is the sun right now. Like
It's a moving.
Yeah, it moves with the sun.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's how big of a thing is it?
It's not huge. I would say maybe it's like 3 feet wide and like 2 feet tall.
Huh. That's a very interesting diagram.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I've never seen anything like that before.
I just, I'm starting to realize I just like nautical things in general. Like ropes and anchors and flags and
compasses. What about sextant?
Oh yeah, or the astrolabe.
Ooh. Astrolabe? My dad has got an astrolabe.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
He
keeps it in his
He's an
office.
engineer, isn't he?
Yeah, civil engineer. And he's got all his surveying certification as well.
A mechanical engineer told me that the difference between a mechanical and a civil engineer is one builds the weapons, the other builds the targets.
Ah, interesting. I kind of like that. Yeah. Well, it's the two sides, the yin and the yang, the destruction and the construction.
Which, at least to me, indicates that civil
Civil's
engineers much more important than the mechanical
right.
engineers. Who the fuck needs a jet airplane? You need a jet airplane? Nah.
Not me.
I don't need it.
I'm fine. As long as I source my resources locally.
I'm right here in Tacoma. I'm fine with. I got everything I need right here in the 253.
Yeah, or I can get it by ship or by train.
Yeah, especially by train.
That'd be interesting. If you were to only buy goods, you wouldn't buy goods that were flown to you. You'd only buy them if they were shipped on the ground or on the water.
Ooh.
Do you think you can? Because like I know people who they're like, I'm so American. I don't buy any Chinese products. I only buy things made in the U.S. of A. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's I like my dad's friend. He like couldn't find a belt buckle.
Right.
Or whatever. But if you were to open that up and say, all right, we can buy foreign products and domestic, but you're not going to fly it to me. You think you could do it?
Would the Mississippi River be like the best place to live?
Oh, right down to the Delta?
Yeah. Well, maybe not the Delta. Maybe upriver a little bit.
Maybe.
Because.
Well, or maybe Hong Kong might be the best place to live.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
They got the deep port over there.
We got some.
They got the super deep.
We got some really deep ports too.
That's true.
52 feet. It's a lot of feet.
That's post Pan Am.
Yeah, that is.
I brought up the cranes to my brother. That the big cranes came in town. He knew about it.
Yeah,
he heard
the Super Post Panamax, or maybe they're like the Neo Panamax or something. Like they just get bigger and bigger.
They just keep getting bigger.
You got to keep up with the ships.
Yeah, till there's a ship that won't even fit on the Earth.
Yeah, I mean. I'll bet there's probably a couple ships that can't fit through the Panama Canal.
Oh,
I'll bet.
I believe it.
But the Puyallup tribe is getting into logistics, right? They have their own logistics company. It's called Tahoma Global. I got to see some of their facilities.
Cutting edge?
Not cutting edge, but it's the start of what I would say
big?
is a significant operation. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. They
You thinking of switching over?
No, I think they're just diversifying. 'Cause why not?
Okay,
You know, you don't want to rely completely on like gambling. But
Oh yeah,
the-
well,
I mean, I think
government contracts you could pick up. They probably have a nice advantage on
well,
some of those bids.
the cool thing, I was talking with one of the guys that worked there. He's like, because it's on tribal land, you don't have to. There's a lot of like federal regulations as far
Ooh,
as
that you
like
don't have
how
to
you
abide
build
by?
facilities that you don't have to abide by.
Oh, that's sick. Like what kind of stuff?
Like I think they don't have to do like environmental impact reports and stuff like that.
They don't have to do the. That's. I mean, if the
like,
airport didn't have to do that, we'd have a new one by now.
Like the
We'd already have the whole fucking train line if we didn't have to do those things.
yeah, like all the hoops that you have to jump through for like the federal or state government, forget about it.
Why don't we just give the state to the natives and then get our
and
construction
they'll
done?
have them build everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That just might work. That just might work.
Just give them the
But
land for the train.
yeah, it's cool. They're storing Teslas, right? So they get brought in off of a ship, and then they get stored in a yard, and then trucks come in and pick them up and take them to dealerships.
Okay.
But yeah, they're storing Teslas. They're storing excavators for Hitachi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these massive
Dude,
excavators.
I remember when I was in Japan, I saw the giant Hitachi building.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It was kind of funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
I only know the Hitachi, from the
Like-
magic wand.
Yeah.
And so they have this giant skyscraper in the middle of Kyoto, or I think Kyoto,
Yeah.
and it made me laugh.
That's the magic wand, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
They should call it One Magic Wand Plaza. Or whatever it would be in Japanese.
But they also make excavators.
Oh yeah. It just like I feel like a lot of those companies that came from like those Asian
I
tiger
love digging in
countries.
holes.
Well, no, it's just
Rooting around in a big hole.
Just
that's
like-
Hitachi world.
just like every company that like you think of when you think of like Japan or Korea like makes 50 different products.
Oh yeah, they got to make.
Right.
You got to have your hand in some electronics if you're a Japanese mega
or
company.
like everybody talks about like for instance Hyundai makes in Korea makes cars, they make tanks, they make ships, they make cranes,
I mean, Sony makes PlayStations and they make the TV.
Yeah, and stereos,
Yeah,
cameras. My
Yeah.
camera's a Sony. Both my cameras are Sony.
there you go.
These microphones, not Sony.
No, these are. I'd have to look at it to see, but then I wouldn't be able to talk into it, so I'm limited.
Yeah, same here. It's not important.
Yeah, we'll say they're Sony's.
What is important is Tahoma Global Logistics.
There you go.
They're building.
Maybe we'll
They might
give them a
start-
sponsorship.
Give
What
them
if
a
we
what
start
if we-
sponsoring other things?
Ooh.
So instead of getting sponsors, we are a sponsor.
Ooh, yeah, like a golf tournament or something.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be. But
Sponsored by Sunday Morning Grit.
speaking of logistics, there's a massive warehouse complex that's going to be built in South Tacoma.
Oh yeah, we've discussed.
Well, now there's people suing the city to try to appeal the permit to build it.
Because of the environmental thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Just give it to the tribes to build.
Just give it to the tribes.
I'm telling you, they can get that stuff done. They just got to make sure there's no bad medicine.
Right.
Ever tell you that story?
No.
So my dad was working on some giant project. I think it was like they were going to build a Costco on some tribal land or something like that.
Yeah.
And he goes out and they've like already invested like $100,000 in the plans, pre-planning.
Yep.
And they go out and they take the medicine man of the tribe,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes out with like a dowsing rod,
Yeah.
and he walks around. My dad says he sees this guy walk around for like an hour. Doesn't say anything. Comes back. All he says, bad medicine.
Ooh.
Shakes his head. It's done.
There's
There's no appeal. There's no rebuttal.
Dude.
It's scrapped.
Screwed.
It's scrapped. He said bad medicine. No Costco for you.
Jeez. Dowsing rods, those don't actually work, do they?
They do work.
They do work.
Yeah,
It seems like it's
crazy.
pseudoscience.
It does seem like it's pseudoscience. My dad says he was very skeptical for a long time, but that it does work to find wells.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a real one, and I don't know how it works either.
See, when I saw those, I thought of like, you ever heard of that British guy that sold all those fake bomb detecting kits to the Iraqis?
No.
Dude, this guy sold like I think millions of dollars of fake bomb detecting equipment to the Iraqi army and police after the fall, after like Saddam fell during
That's
the
funny.
insurgency.
It's like a Geiger counter.
It was literally just a plastic handle with a radio antenna fixed on it that would just wiggle.
Interesting.
There was and he made these cartridges. Get this. So it would be plugged into this machine, and you put in a cartridge, and the cartridge had labeled on it what you wanted to find. So it'd be like drugs. If you're looking for drugs, you put the drug cartridge in, and you hold this handle, and the antenna's supposed to point to wherever the drugs are. Or there's like a bomb one. There's a weapons one.
That's sick.
It's crazy.
I like
dude.
the idea of just doing it for bombs, though, because then the guy, he gets blown up, you know, with the faulty equipment. And then you're like, well, I don't know if it was the equipment's fault or not. Like, there's no evidence, you know?
Could you imagine? Nobody tested this shit. No one.
I heard in like Cambodia, where they got all the landmines, they use animals to investigate.
Like rats?
But it's like a certain kind of animal that, like, yeah, rats seem like a good choice.
I've heard they use rats to detect landmines in, I think it's Afghanistan.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm against landmines.
Yeah, I think most reasonable people are against landmines.
That might be my favorite Norm bit. About, he talks about Princess Diana, you know, she was beloved and she was a crusader for all these great causes.
Yeah.
Her big thing was landmines.
Yeah.
But the thing about being against landmines, very few counter-protesters.
No. Yeah.
You show up at the thing, you know, and you know those counter-protesters, they're really in the pocket of big landmine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to blow people up.
The world needs less legs and feet and
Great.
hands and.
We saw a musician with no leg earlier today.
Oh yeah, yeah. How was that?
At the fair.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right.
So many crazy characters. You know, he's hardly even noticeable.
You know, he was like,
he fit right in.
In the whole rogues gallery of people you find at the festival, he is, I think, one of the more forgettable ones.
Yeah, yeah, just like the lady in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
she was just a lady in a wheelchair. You know,
I see those all the time.
Yeah, very, very regular. Now, you know, a lady with giant gauges. I only saw like 3 of those today.
Yeah, you could just throw things through there. But yeah, the tribe I think is starting to get into cannabis too.
Oh yeah, well they got a couple good, very cheap weed stores over on Portland. Yeah, that's the good medicine. Go down Portland Ave, go to the World of Weed or whatever.
Oh yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
Right next to the Cassini.
Oh yeah. Gosh, that thing's huge.
Oh yeah.
It's the Death Star of casinos, dude. You're like, that's no moon. That's a casino.
That's a casino. Yeah. I like that there's the 2 also. There's the green one and the red one. The green one sucks and the red one's very nice compared to it.
Yeah.
Green one's for locals, they say.
You know,
but I don't know where that really extends to.
You know the boat?
What?
The Emerald Queen?
Oh, where it used to be a riverboat?
Yeah. You know what it's doing now?
Familiar.
It's a barge. They're going to use it to haul cargo to Alaska.
They're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
It's a cargo barge now.
Think of all. If those walls could talk, just imagine.
I think they probably ripped all the walls out. It's just a big platform that gets pulled by a tugboat.
No more walls on the boat.
No more walls. You don't.
What
need
about
them.
gun walls?
Nope, don't need those anymore.
I'm actually not sure what a gun wall is. Isn't that the thing on the land?
I think so.
Yeah. So you don't run your ship into the.
Yeah, I've heard
you
those.
down the road, your beachfront.
Yeah, dolphins too. I think dolphin is another kind of ship stopper.
Exactly.
Specifically for the ferries.
Oh yes, and with a big rubber with all the tires around them.
Yeah, when I know like one time a ship ran into one, and it was like a big deal. And I remember reading on the news, it was like Washington State Ferry hits a dolphin, and it's like, who cares? They wouldn't even feel it. They'd be like, did somebody leave a window open? I feel a draft.
Oh, you mean the ferry wouldn't feel it, or the
Yeah,
dolphin wouldn't feel it?
the dolphin probably wouldn't feel it either. It
Dolphin
just
would
get
just be
fucking
nudged,
get
unless
killed
it
so
gets.
quick. Just those things haul, man.
Oh, you mean if it gets like shredded by the engine or something?
No, I mean if it just gets hit, like blunt force trauma. I bet it would kill it.
From a ferry?
Those ferries,
Blunt force trauma?
they don't look like they're moving that fast, but I'll bet she's going at least 20 knots.
I guess that's true. But I feel like when you're in the water, you can just be pushed to the side.
Maybe.
Like it's not like you're going to fall,
I wouldn't want to try it. That's for sure.
That's for dang sure.
But yeah, now it's the dolphins, the big rubber obstacle. It's like a Jersey barrier for the seas,
Yeah. Well, I used to be a big ferry guy, but not anymore now that I got my jet ski.
I thought you were going to say you were a big Jersey barrier guy. New York's greatest invention are New Jersey's.
My dad loves the where it's a collection of rocks inside of like a fence kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
What do they call those? Do you know?
I know exactly. It's like in chicken wire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It's got a fun name, I think. I'll look it up at some point.
The military has, I think they're called HESCO barriers, where it's just basically a big bag that you just throw a bunch of shit in, and it's supposed to stop bullets. You throw like rocks in it and sand and stuff.
Bullet stopper.
But they're big. Yeah, stopping bullets is pretty important.
Oh yeah, in the military.
Yeah, very important.
Very important.
That's
a civil engineering job for you.
Yes. Well, maybe mechanical.
Depends if you shoot it with another bullet or not.
Ooh, yeah. Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
I guess that's true.
But, the T-line extension, I think we're getting close to finished. I couldn't find an official date, but I've seen the test train going around.
Oh, yeah?
So I think we're getting close. I mean, they said summer 2023. There's 2 months left in summer, so...
Yeah, when do you say summer ends?
I say September 21st.
Okay. Yeah, then 2 more months. Right on.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Do you think we make it to 100 this summer?
Oh, yeah.
How many times? What's your over-under?
I think we'll get above 100 twice. I think we'll get one weekend.
One
where
weekend,
it's over
so back-to-back 100 days?
Yes.
All right. I think it might be... I think we just get one.
Just one this year? That'd be nice. Do you remember that day it was like 111 degrees? It was like a couple years ago.
I think I was out of town.
That's the only thing you could do. You couldn't escape it. It was horrible.
Were we talking last week about the Death Valley?
No.
I was talking with somebody about Death Valley was going to hit its new peak temperature.
Ooh.
And a bunch of people were going to go out and experience it.
Yeah.
It seemed crazy to me. It seemed like it would be uncomfortable.
I'm sure it's uncomfortable. I mean, I get uncomfortable in 110.
Yeah, I think it was going to be like 150 or something.
Yeah, I'll bet. I mean, humans can take quite a bit of heat, though.
But I don't know if it made it or not. And it's
Maybe.
dry heat, and you got your equipment, maybe.
But
just a step outside, and it's 150. Whew.
Yeah, no, it's... You ever like
Your shoes will melt to the ground.
You ever opened up the oven, maybe, or
yeah.
or you open up a grill too fast?
That could be like 400 degrees.
It just flares up.
That's that right in your face.
Whew.
The heat. Oof.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
No, it's rough, but humans can take some pretty high temperatures. I mean, if you look at like countries like Kuwait, it gets like 120 degrees pretty regularly, and people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they have
air
air
conditioning. They have to change their
conditioning.
entire culture around it, but
Yeah.
just to survive.
But it's like, just a human body.
That's why they wear those crazy clothes.
Remarkably, the water's a little warm in Florida, and now all the coral's bleaching. Not us.
So, no, thank you.
Crank it up. I could take it.
Yeah, I was seeing maps of the country, and it's like the amount of places that are over 100 this week. And we're like not even in the 90s. We're like the rare spot.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky, I'd say. Well, not really lucky. It just is what it is.
Is what
It's
it
a
is.
nice spot.
They say it is what it is, baby. So
Although,
oh, sorry.
I feel like if you build a house now, even in this area, and you don't get, like, at least duct work so you could have central, like, forced air cooling at some point, you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know how much more it is, but building a house already is crazy expensive. I mean, construction out here. Whew.
I remember I had a cousin when she was young. She said, when I grow up, I never want to live in a used house.
Oh.
And it was because, like, we always teased her for that.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it was very uneducated stance. But it does make me, so you've been doing some house looking at.
That's correct.
How many of them do have central air in the Tacoma area?
I would
you've
say
noticed?
out of like the 15 or 20 I've looked at, I think 2.
Oof. That's not very many.
No,
we
not
got
very.
we got it here.
Yeah,
Not in the garage, but in the center.
I have seen a couple
In the
others.
MH.
I've seen a couple others that have furnaces that like you could hook up an AC system because it does have like forced air ducts. But yeah, only a couple have had cooling. But granted, I feel like the ones that do have, like, you're probably going to find air conditioning more on like newer builds and more expensive homes in general, right? Because the ones I've seen that have air conditioning are like at the limit of like my price range, at the very limit. So it's, it's one of those things that'd be nice to have, but like, especially, I'm not looking at very big houses. I could probably just get like a portable unit for the bedroom and be just fine.
Totally. You get those for a couple $100.
But it's crazy to like see some of the
I
things.
got one I could sell to you for $100.
$100.
Yep.
Wow.
I'd actually maybe sell it to you for. I think I bought it for $100.
Huh.
Give it to you for 75.
I'll think about it. But it's, man, I'll tell you what. Sometimes it's just sad to see what people have done to homes.
Oh, you mean decorate decoratively?
Not decoratively, but like, I mean, sometimes just like really shoddy, just improvements that I'm like,
Poor craftsmanship.
Really poor craftsmanship. They'll take this craftsman and just turn it into an amateur.
There we go.
At least that's what I'm going to start calling craftsmen that get ruined by like
we call it DIY.
DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was trying to be clever, like how the
No,
type
yours
of
is more clever than DIY for sure. But unless DIY stands for something funny. But I don't know what it would.
did it yourself. That's the past tense.
That's funny.
But
So you got any Tacoma news coming up? We got any? I mean, probably looking at a couple more houses.
Yeah, definitely going to be looking at some more houses.
We ran into your realtor at the
We did.
at the fair
That's correct.
or the street fair.
It's a small city, as I like to tell people.
I was hoping I would run into more people. To be honest, I thought I knew more people in these streets.
It's probably.
I guess I did see that guy Rusty, the comedian.
It's probably because we didn't tell anybody about it. That's
it was
why.
very spur of the moment.
It was a spur of the moment thing, but that's just the way it goes sometimes.
That's life.
But Brew 5-3 coming up August 12th. I'm gonna keep reminding y'all.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
And
It's gonna be good.
I don't know if I got any plans this week. Find me on the water.
Oh yeah.
I'll be in the red life jacket on
Shoo.
the purple Sea-Doo.
With the big collar. Pop
I'll
that.
be playing 3-6 Mafia.
Whew.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
You'll make Commodore of the yacht club in no time.
Ooh, doggy.
Where do you take it to fill it up?
You got to mix. You do it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it takes mixed gas.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think it was saying it has a 7-gallon tank that should last you 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Sea-Doo by Bombardier.
Sponsor of the podcast.
Sponsor us. Yeah, we're
No, we're sponsoring them.
we sponsor.
I'm gonna see if we can. I'm gonna put our thing on the Sea-Doo.
Yes.
Yeah, get a little logo, put it on the Doo.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would actually be kind of sick. Starting getting some bumper stickers to put on the Doo.
Oh yeah.
I like that idea.
I might have some stickers for you.
And you never run out of stickers.
It's hard to run out of stickers. You know, they're very abundant these days.
Well, you always get them in like a pack of 100 when whoever orders them.
Oh. But yeah, I mean that's I don't have a lot going on.
Well,
I'm looking at houses.
it's the kind of thing. It was just like today. We didn't even know we had a mission, but the mission just unfolded in front of us. So
Sometimes I like my days like that.
exactly. We'll see what comes up the coming up week, and next week you'll hear all about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, until then, I guess live life like the mountains out.
Yeah, thank you.
Doot doodaloo.